Yo, how we doing? I just want to know if it works. I am praying to God with every fiber of my being that this game finally fucking works. But we're here with Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. How come Phoenix Wright gets forward in the title? Seems like he's the dominant man in this crossover. But regardless, this game ain't perfect. I've slandered it before, but I still think it's pretty good, and I want to play it on stream. So yeah, that's what I want to do. If it doesn't work, we have Birth by Sleep. But if it does work, this game can be played alongside Birth by Sleep, so you'll get 2 games on the schedule. The game is a little loud. God damn. How is this? How's that sound? I mean, then again, this title theme is just very loud, very orchestral. They really just brought out the fucking... they brought out the full fucking swinging like horns on this shit. But does this sound okay? Or am I still overpowered by a lot better balanced? Hell yeah. Alright, what is my name? What is my quest? I don't know about the latter, but my name is Batty. Hold on. Boop. I can barely hear you over the entire fucking orchestra. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that's okay. Bonk bonk. Scuba-da-bonk. This game is a work of fiction. No shit. With the stuff we're gonna see, of course. Ah. Stretch. We start on,
if anything happens to me, go and see this man. He should be able to
foggy London night? Yeah, we're in London, I think, so. Oh, yes, of course, we're in London. You see, we got the sleep paralysis demons out in the open. A London specialty.
Gotham witches.
They throw fire and shit, you know? This is why I haven't been to London. I'm afraid of these fuckers. What's the zeal? Why are there these flying magic bird fellas that can bring statues to life? I don't know.
That's impossible.
In any other game, I would say that's anime, baby. But you know, Layton is Layton, so there's an equally batshit explanation. Is he is the driver man French? I believe so. He's also dead. He also kind of sort of looks like Sholmes, or maybe I'm going crazy.
Go without me. Quickly.
Actually, no, he doesn't look like Sholmes at all.
Get going. Oh.
Damn, she looks so fucking anime compared to the Layton designs we are going to see soon. But you know, we have played this intro 3 separate times on this stream. Fun fact. If all goes well, this will be the first time it'll be preserved, though.
Well, what do we have here?
Tell me, you big fucking goober. I need the drink. My throat is parched for some reason. I'm not even in the voice acting yet. I'm out of practice. Oh no. On a dark and stormy night. Oh boy. Oh geez. Oh man. Oh frick. But also parts of this game are voice acted. Not all of it. But you know, they had some of that latent budget.
End up on top of that tree.
So, you know, they were like, you know what? Let's have some lines be voice acted.
Blimey. This is going to be a tough nut to crack.
The words everyone loves to see in a mystery game. So true.
There is one man I know who could get to the bottom of this.
Oh? The man? The guy?
Did you say witches, Professor?
That's right. People in the Middle Ages very much believed in their existence.
Layton's just having
That
a
is
good
the
night,
reason why
and
they
we're
had
about to
witch trials.
fucking
Do you
rock
see?
his world, as
Witch
usual.
trials?
That's just how he be, you know? Professor Layton... Excuse me for a second, I need to clear my throat.
Really exist in those days?
Professor Layton is the visual novel equivalent of Kirby because he is a relatively unassuming man who is thrown into the most batshit of scenarios. Anyway, who's this lassie anyway?
Well, my boy, witch trials certainly existed, although nobody ever truly used magic.
Magic does not exist.
Witches were nothing more than
Just like Kirby, he is willing to drive his truck into God. Hell yeah. I'm sure he would. Oh, what's going on up here?
Wow!
Holy shit, is that Maya Fey?
Come on,
What the
Nick, take a
fuck?
look.
Nobody told me there'd be Phoenix Wright in this Layton game. Okay, I can't play dumb. Yeah,
I know
you
you're
literally just
excited,
saw the
Maya.
fucking thing.
Can a guy get a few last Z's in?
This is no time to be sleeping.
Also,
You
for
won't
some
win an
reason,
English
Phoenix
or a law
has a
with
different
that
voice actor than he
attitude.
does in
This
Dual
trip is just an
Destinies and
exchange
stuff.
visit
I don't know
courtesy of the
why.
Legal League of Attorneys. I won't be defending in court officially.
Aw, well that's no fun.
But Maya, as usual, does a little trolling.
You know you're always at your best when working under pressure, but who can say how things would go over here?
I wish you wouldn't talk like that. You only jinx the whole thing.
Also, Phoenix wearing his mask, respectable. How will all this collide? Who the fuck is to say? Ah, boy. If we clear the intro without the stream crashing, I think it's safe to say that we'll make it, but I don't want to jinx anything. Alright.
The rain doesn't seem to want to stop. It's a bit unusual for this time of year, don't you think?
I just hope, yeah, I hope it works. I am begging. Because I started playing every single Professor Layton game on stream last year, and I've had this grudge with this game for about a year now, and I want to play it and have it done with.
I agree, Luke. But I believe it is easing off a little now, so it should clear up soon.
I hope it does clear up soon, especially the lightning.
Afraid of lightning, I take it?
He's just
Of
a
course
boy.
not. I'm not a little kid, you know.
Nah, you're baby.
It's just that I hate how it flashes suddenly and takes me by surprise.
Alright, bitch. Let's wait a while for it to settle. Luke, I have just the thing to take your mind off it. Take a look at that bookshelf. The bookshelf? What's on the bookshelf? You'll know when you find it. Do you recall our usual method of investigation? It has been a whole year, after all. Oh, of course I do. Oh, I expected as much. Just to be sure, let's have a refresher. We use a magnifying glass for investigation. It appears automatically. Drag it around, touch points of interest, occasionally zoom in there. Sometimes it'll appear orange. In doing so, we'll investigate, and you can find puzzles and things for hints, which God knows I'm gonna need. Touch it slowly on the touchscreen and give it a light tap to investigate. That's all well and good, Professor, but what's a touchscreen? Oh, this technique can be used to investigate points of interest, right? Alright, now let's investigate that bookshelf. Alrighty. Boop, 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 boop. Holy fuck! Isn't this a picture book? Wow, I wouldn't have expected you to have a picture book, Professor. Wait a second. That's right, my boy. There's a puzzle hidden within that book. I should have known. You even have puzzles hidden in your books. All right then, Luke. Why not see if you can solve this one? Naturally. After all, I am your apprentice. All right. Let's go. Puzzle 01. Why is it only 2 digits? Oh god, I forgot it was only 2 digits. That is so cursed. Anyway, Paths of Light. A light witch and a dark witch are trying to fly back home to their castles. Each castle is colored to match each witch. Their way home is connected by colorful paths of light. Touching one of these paths will cause all of that color to disappear. Help the witches find the right path to their respective castles by removing the unwanted paths. Books are one of the least weird places to find a puzzle. True, true. Alright, I think I remember how this one goes. I've only played it on stream once. So, you know. Let's see. Okay, so if I remove that one, it would go boop, boop. Now that would still... What if I remove the green one? Boop, and then we go here and here. That gets the dark one to the dark castle, but what about the white one? Maybe I should memo this so I can, like, plot out my path for the stream viewer. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Okay, and then, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that works. Okay. Do it. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I played a lot of Super Mario 64 DS as a child, so I know these fucking puzzles. Like the back of my hand. Or was that New Super Mario Bros. That had that minigame? God, I always get those mixed up minigame-wise.
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Both witches managed to cross the colorful paths and find their way home. Good for them. Good for them. Well done, Luke.
Oh, that was a piece of cake. I could solve harder puzzles than that.
I'm pleased to hear that, Luke.
It was a charming little puzzle, though. Like straight out of a fairy tale. Oh, if only the witches of the Middle Ages were as jolly as the ones in this picture book.
Yes, indeed. Well, it looks as if the rain is about to stop, so we're prepared to go home.
All right, Professor. Now, where did I put my umbrella?
Oh, knock knock. Who's at the door?
Professor, I think we have a visitor.
At this late of an hour? I can't say I've been expecting anybody.
I'll go and see who it is.
Oh, I'm out of practice. I need more hydration. I have not voiced a video game since yesterday, actually. I did voice some lines in Somnium Files, but intensively, I don't know. Anyway, Fire Emblem character.
Are you Mr. Herschel Layton?
Yes, indeed I am. My dear young lady, how may I be of assistance?
I have been asked to give you a letter. Please, could you read this?
This letter, it's from Carmine.
Carmine? Who's Carmine?
He was a student of mine a number of years ago, and if I recall correctly, he's now a detective.
Wow, a detective? About Carmine.
Yes?
Well, I'm sorry.
It appears there may be a matter of some considerable importance within this letter.
Let's read it right away, Professor.
Alright, yeah. Sounds urgent. Sounds serious.
Dear Professor, it has been a long time. There is so much I would like to tell you, but at present I do not have the time. My life is in danger. I am being chased by something terrifying, and I am not sure whether I can escape.
Oh geez, oh man.
It all started in a town called Labyrinthia. A mysterious town. One that you will not find on any map.
A town you'll not find on any map. Well, that sounds very Layton-ish, yeah?
I found myself there during the course of an investigation. While I was there, a series of unbelievable events occurred right before my eyes. I realized the town held a mysterious secret and decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me.
Uh-oh.
I escaped from Labyrinthia with a young woman by the name of Espella. It was my belief that she held the key to solving the secret of that town.
This just sounds like a Layton thing. I mean, yeah, this is why I put it on the Layton retrospective and not when I was replaying all of the Ace Attorney games. Because yes, it does have, like, a lot of Ace Attorney stuff to it, but it is I think it leans more into the Layton stuff.
It is not me they are pursuing. It is Espella. As such, I am asking you to help her. Labyrinthia hides an ominous mystery.
Oh.
This is one puzzle that appears to be beyond my powers to solve. I apologize for imposing on you in this way. Your faithful student, Carmine Accidenti.
There it is. There's the name. I love Phoenix names. I love Phoenix Wright names. Oh my god, they really fucking named this guy that. Ugh. Well, I never.
Professor?
Am I right in assuming that you are the Espella to whom Kami is referring? Actually, hold on just a second. Let me configure the sound on this a little, because the audio from my soundboard sounded a little soft in comparison to the game. Me naming my child car accident. Oh my god. Okay, that might be a bit too soft. Boop, boop. Alright. I hope that's still mixed well enough. Alright, yeah, it sounds good to me. Maybe I can move it up a couple notches up. It's just kind of hard to get it all mixed right. Okay, that sounds like a good compromise. Boop, boop, boop. And yeah, there we go. Now I can still hear the sounds over the game, but the game is still decently audible.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Tell me, what on earth happened?
I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure. It seemed as if we were being chased relentlessly. They caught up with us and we were attacked. As a result, Carmine was injured.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
He bravely did his best to ensure that I escaped safely. I beg you, please help him. Please help that brave man.
You mustn't worry about him, Espella. Knowing Carmine as I do, I'm sure he'll be alright.
But
ever since I've known him, he's always been in some difficult situation or other, and he's never failed to win through. More importantly, at the moment I'm frankly more concerned with your safety, Espella.
you're concerned about me?
According to this letter, the one they're after is you. Are you certain that you're alright? You aren't injured at all?
Me? No, I'm fine, really.
I think you'd better take a rest, even if just for a little while.
Your clothes are all wet too. I'll go and find you a towel. Thank you. You're really too kind.
It's no trouble at all. As soon as you're more comfortable, we can sit down and talk.
Professor, if what was written in that letter is true...
Yes, indeed. It means this young lady is in real danger. It also means that her pursuers might even come to this office in search of her.
I'll go and lock the door.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. At any rate, we need to talk to Espella and find out what this is really all about. True, true. Ooh. Oh, I forgot about that they made the things like the mystery stained glass this time. That's neat. A strangely dressed young girl suddenly appeared, asking Professor Layton for help. It would seem she is being pursued by someone or something. Espella appeared at my study, full of fear. I do not know who she is or where she has come from, but I wish to help her. Alright, Espella. Talk to me. Tell me everything you know.
I'm sorry to have put you both to all this trouble.
Please, think nothing of it. Although, if it's alright with you, I'd like to hear a little more about what happened. We won't be able to protect you without a clearer understanding of the circumstances.
Protect me?
It is my belief that you are in quite considerable danger. It is the duty of every gentleman to help a lady in trouble.
I sincerely thank you.
Now, it would certainly appear that you are being pursued. However, Carmine's letter referred to your pursuers as they. Non-binary rights. Could you tell me who they might be?
They are witches.
What? Did you say witches?
Yes, witches, and they are truly terrifying. Carmine did his best to protect me from them, but in the end he was unable to escape. caught up with us. And if they realize I'm here, you two may also end up in danger. Perhaps it would have been better if I hadn't come here.
Isabella,
Yes?
you mustn't worry yourself. Everything is going to be all right.
Really?
You have my word. We'll be on our guard.
That's right. Nothing to worry about. This place is tightly locked up. Thank you both.
Isabella, I'd like to inquire a little more, if I may.
Yes. Yes, of course.
The town you came from is called Labyrinthia, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Isabella, what's the matter? Well, we're in Labyrinthia now, aren't we? Huh? No, we're in London, in England.
Unfortunately.
London? England? I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What? No way! You mean to say you've never heard of England? Well, it's just that I've never come across a place by that name in Labyrinthia. Isabella, are you sure you're feeling alright?
No, Luke, I believe Isabella really doesn't know. Isabella, about this town of Labyrinthia. I'm afraid we've never heard of it either. If I may ask, where exactly is Labyrinthia?
It's what?
Anything you could want to know about Labyrinthia can be found in this book.
The Bible? Anything.
It's an amazing design. I've never seen a book quite like it.
Isabella, would you mind if we had a closer look?
Of course.
Oh, it's all wiggly. The hell's up with that?
I must be seeing things. It was as if the words were moving on the page.
No, Luke. It looked the same to me, too.
I was gonna make a joke, but also I know this game, so I feel like...
Look, there's a picture of the town.
so I feel like I have to be a bit more careful
So
with my
this is
jokes.
Labyrinthia, is it?
You good? You kinda just stopped saying shit, Luke. You good? What is with the audio? Oh, that's on my end. I accidentally half unplugged my headphones. There we go. God.
So this is Labyrinthia, is it?
Yes, that's Labyrinthia.
How intriguing.
The buildings all look really old, don't they, Professor?
Indeed, Luke. I don't recall ever having seen this town before.
This is my hometown.
This must also be where the witch is pursuing you from. Is that right?
That's right. Professor, they legalized flute smoking in this chemic store.
God. Isabella, what exactly is this book? It seems somewhat valuable.
The book is the Historia Labyrinthia.
Oh, so it is the Bible. For the town.
As I said just a moment ago, everything about Labyrinthia is written in this book. Everything. The entire story. Labyrinthia's story?
If it contains absolutely everything, it must also include something about witches.
Yes, it does. All about the witches, the events in the town, and the people living there. Everything that has happened in the town is written in this book. And not only that, but also everything that is going to happen. Eh? What did you just say?
Interesting. The town of Labyrinthia, portrayed within a book entitled The Historia Labyrinthia, is an old town the likes of which the Professor and Luke have never seen. Isabella claims to be from this town. Apparently everything that takes place in Labyrinthia is written in that book. Isabella referred to it as Labyrinthia's story. Interesting.
Professor.
Why is it always
this certainly
interesting?
is very strange.
How come the foot or the meters never rest, huh?
First that letter from Carmina, and now this book. If you ask me, Isabella doesn't seem to be lying. But witches chasing after people? It's all a little hard to believe.
It's a little sus, yeah. Meters never rest. True, true.
It's certainly hard to believe, but I do find it fascinating.
Bird. Bird up.
Oh, poor thing. Do you want to come in from the rain? Don't open it! Huh?
Bird up! I wish I had the bird up sound on my soundboard. That seems like a given. Hello, funny fella. Oh, she fucking dead. Kingdom Hearts music. Yeah. Yeah, true. They went unnecessarily hard. Burn up the worst kidnapping on television. Oh.
Professor, what was that?
That, Luke, was a witch.
But Professor, I thought you said that witches...
That was legitimate. Oh.
Professor, a spell has been...
I'm okay. Let me get some water.
Yes, that was careless of us. But to think they might enter by such means.
Yes, I will admit, Luke, I was a bit of a dumb bitch there.
And after I'd promised to protect her.
Do you think that was one of those witches that Espella was talking about?
Well, actually, wait, no. Layton wasn't a dumb bitch. Luke let the bird in.
I can't say for sure, but it certainly looked that way.
Then what we just saw, was that magic?
I don't know. But something bizarre did indeed take place before our very eyes. Luke, I'm going to go and search for Espella. While I'm gone, I'd like you to...
Professor, I'm going too! Even if you disagree, I'm coming along. After all, I am your apprentice.
Layton, you should know by now, you can't shake this boy. He will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Okay, Luke, then let's go.
Right, I've already put the important things into the trunk.
Who would just let a bird into their house? Excellent question. Thank you, Luke. We'll make sure to keep a record of all the important mysteries we encounter, as well as all the progress we make in our investigations. These will be kept in the trunk. Open the trunk at any time by touching the menu in the bottom left corner. There's a bunch of stuff here, options, mysteries, but no mini games. No Layton, but no mini games like most Layton games, which is probably for the best because I never played those on stream anyway. The witch broke into Professor Layton's study, snatched up Espella, and escaped into the night. Could this mysterious power she wields truly be witchcraft? I certainly did not anticipate Espella being snatched away right before our very eyes. We must do something about this. Also, Luke is also... I'm pretty sure Luke is like 12. Yeah, he's just the dumb kid. Now, I believe we're all set to go. They seem to be headed towards the Thames. Let's follow them and rescue Espella.
Right you are, Professor. I'm losing the voice already. Oh, God. Professor, I'm going through... We've lost them, Professor. They got away.
Yes, it would appear so. However, we can be quite certain that they came this way. There may be someone who saw the witch carrying Espella.
Right, let's start asking people. Hey, look over there. Isn't that...
Hey, that's... That inspector again, of all places. Oh, this one's really got me stumped.
I agree, sir. A total mystery.
Constable Barton, I don't want agreement, I want answers.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Inspector Chalmers and Constable Barton. Wonder what they're doing here.
They appear to be having a heated discussion about something. Perhaps it may even have something to do with the witch we're pursuing. Let's see what they have to say, Luke.
Good thinking, Professor.
Okay, but first... Oh yeah, right, it sparkles when you see a hint coin in this game. I thought that was only added in, like, Azran. But nope, we got some funny little sparkles in this too. Nice. What's up? What's up, Chambly? Ah, you there! This area is off limits. Only Scotland Yard personnel allowed in here. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's you, Layton. What are you two doing here? It's been a while, Inspector, tell me. Has there been some kind of incident? Well, more of an accident than an incident. Over there, a motor vehicle has been heavily damaged. A heavily damaged vehicle, you say? That sounds rather serious. I doubt the Scotland Yard inspector would be involved in something as mundane as a simple traffic accident. Is there perhaps something unusual about this particular accident? As always, you're quick to pick up on the finer points. I should say there's something unusual. In fact, I've never seen nor heard of an accident as unusual as this one. Barton, would you leave the talking to me? Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Unusual accident? Unusual in what way, precisely? Well, don't go concern yourself with it. It's the job of the police to solve this case. That's what they all say, but then Layton just is like 15 steps ahead of y'all, so you never know, Inspector. I may just be able to help you solve it. What are you saying? Even I don't have all the facts yet. Clues just aren't that easy to come by, you know. Yes, we've got nothing so far. In fact, I'm sure we could use a helping hand. Oi, Barton! I thought I told you I'll do all the talking. Oh, yes, sir. Understood, sir. Just a moment. I've got it. Hey, Layton. What is it, Inspector? Well, that is to say, if you're so keen on getting involved, why not go and take a look for yourself? That was a sudden change of heart. It was, Luke, but a welcome one, wouldn't you say? Very well, Inspector. I will take a look. The vehicle is just up ahead there, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's in the park just over there. You know what I mean. The park is fairly big, so it's quite easy to lose your way. I suppose I'll have to explain, but listen up. I'm only saying this once. Move, click the icon, go to the place. Incidentally, you're free to move to any location indicated by a red mark. It's a convenient way of moving, so you can move a great distance, only a single touch. Oh, look at the map and touch on the desired location. That's right, isn't it, Inspector? That's right. Now you know what to do. Why don't you go take a look? But don't forget, if you find anything, be sure to come and let me know. I will be waiting to hear from you. I don't remember what voice I gave Barton in the original stream, so I'm just sort of feeling around for his voice again.
Professor, I think the unusual accident they were talking about.
Indeed, it could well have something to do with our own investigation. Let's go and take a look at the scene of the accident, Luke. We may find some clues.
Right you are, Professor.
Okay, but when I hear back from them, I may just be able to make something of this case. With the backlog of cases I got piled up, I have to take help where I can get it. Alright, but before we go to the park... Barton, what's up?
Oh, this is serious. Yes, it seems serious, Constable Barton. I feel very sorry for the victims. Bits and pieces all over the place. What?
Well, the hamburger I brought for my lunch, it's all in pieces. It's a complete mess. Oh, this is serious.
Oh, I get it. You were talking about your hamburger.
Wait, I thought I had a hamburger sound on my soundboard. What the fuck? Well, I'll just play this one instead.
I've been trying to draw it up on my notepad, but I just can't seem to get it right. Because of this, I just can't seem to concentrate on the case.
That is serious.
Leave it to me. I'll have it sorted out for you.
Alright, Bamburger. Boop. The investigation into tonight's mysterious events has come to a screeching halt. Constable Barton's favorite meal, the Scotland Yard burger, is in shambles, and he will not report back until he's had his meal. Help him put his precious burger back together. Don't forget to get ketchup on the burger just right. Oh yeah, this one's just a jigsaw puzzle, and the hint is like the way the catsup is going. I feel dirty saying that. Who actually says catsup, actually? That always felt like a fake thing. Okay, I need... Perry, you need to member. Okay. I forget, can I rotate? I don't think I think it's just moving. That should go there then. Boop, boop. Yeah, this would definitely go down here. This one, maybe up here. Boop. And that, and done. Easy peasy.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me. Oh, let me do the next one too.
Wonderful. Consider this delicious investigation closed. Why would you ever have a bun that big? At that point, you're tasting more bread than burger. Bruh.
The hamburger's back in one piece. I can give you all to the investigation. Yes, at last I can concentrate. No, not on the hamburger, but on the case. Take care not to upset the inspector.
Alright, let's move. You're welcome, Barton. You fucking...
He's a middle-aged man. He's not scrunkly. Professor, look over there. There's a car up in that tree.
This certainly is out of the ordinary.
I've never seen anything quite like it. Like Constable Barton says, it seems extremely unusual. I mean, how on earth could something like this happen?
We'll need to investigate this closely. Let's take a closer look at the car. Okay.
Well, lookers have started gathering at the scene.
Car lost in the trees are curious sights. You cannot blame them. Oh, we can't talk to the officers here? Okay. Fair enough. Boop, boop, boop. Oop, coin. Is there a coin in the trash? I forget. No. Okay. Oh, there's one on the bench, though.
The more I see it, the stranger this looks. As if the car just flew up there. Certainly taken some damage. You don't think... could the witches have done this?
It's certainly possible. It would appear the accident occurred only moments ago. Wait. What's that mark on the car? Excuse me, gentlemen. Yes, you two. Would you just stop right there? I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave. This is the scene of an accident, and we haven't finished investigating it yet. As you can no doubt see, it's all rather mysterious. We don't yet know the exact cause of this here mishap. Not a safe place for spectators, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have you both to move along.
We're not spectators. We've been given permission from Inspector Chelmy.
From the inspector, you say? So you're here officially then, are you? In what capacity, may I ask? Well, not officially as such. The name's Layton. I'm an archaeologist. You're pulling my leg. You mean to tell me that you're the famous Professor Layton? Now that you mention it, you certainly do resemble a good professor.
Of course he does. He is the professor.
So, Constable, if you don't mind, may we investigate a little closer? I've been put in charge here, so I can't afford to be wrong about this. For all I know, you might just be impersonating Professor Layton.
What? Oh, come on.
Bro, if you could just lift your hat a little bit so you can actually see out that fucking thing, I think that would solve everything. If you're the real Professor Layton, I'm sure you'll have no trouble solving this little puzzle I just happen to have here. Sounds interesting. Let's see what you have. All right, take a look at this. All right. Yo, baby. Security showdown. Local police force assisting a museum to increase its security. The guards' torches allow them to spot anything up to 3 squares away. Do your best to not be seen and sneakily make your way out of the room. Alright, move into directions, don't get in the line of sight. You can also move with a control pad. Easy. Come on, give me a challenge.
Allow me to show you
I'm a Layton
puzzle-solving
master.
skills.
Well, I mean, I guess these are introductory
the
puzzles.
joy
but,
of
you know.
solving puzzles.
Stay hidden in the darkness and make it out. Nice. That's it! You solved it! Judging by the way you solved that puzzle, there's no doubt you must be the one and only Professor Layton. Of course, from the very start I had a fairly good idea it was you, Professor.
From the very start, you seem to have your doubts, Constable.
Well, anyway, feel free to investigate as you wish. There is one last thing. Yes? Layton, when you've got a free moment, would you mind signing my helmet?
Are you sure that's allowed?
Come on, Luke. Let's take a look around before the constable changes his mind. Layton, you didn't answer the question, you dick. Tell me, Luke, did you notice anything strange when we look at the car?
Anything strange? Well, to be honest, the entire accident is pretty unusual.
Well, yes, but if we're to suppose this accident occurred naturally, there's one particular mark that should not be there.
A mark that shouldn't be there? Ah! Professor, the handprint! There's a handprint on the bonnet!
Well spotted, Luke.
But a handprint of that size is too big to be left by any normal person.
Indeed, it would appear to have been left by the hand of a giant.
That's a bit far-fetched.
Luke, let's look around a little more. Isn't there anything in this park that grabs your attention?
Well, Professor, from here I can't see anything strange other than that car.
In situations like this, we need to zoom in, Luke.
Zoom in?
Yes, zoom. Unfortunately, we don't have funny Pompadour Man to teach us this time, so we just have Layton telling us that if you zoom over certain points of interest, you can go in there. I miss all this. He was a chap. Stash and Scarfin too, but I actually don't remember if Stash and Scarfin is in this game. I know Aldous isn't, since Aldous is a prequel character.
Hey, it's the statue's hand. It's about the same size as the handprint on the car. Do you think the car hit that hand when it crashed?
That is a possibility, of course. However, the handprint on the car is a right handprint, Luke.
The right hand? But the statue is holding a spear in its right hand, which means that couldn't be where the handprint came from.
Quite right, my boy. And it would certainly appear that this is more than a simple traffic accident.
I wonder what could have happened. If the handprint was made by the statue, surely the statue couldn't have moved.
I'm positive there's some kind of secret behind this. And whatever it may be, we can be certain it's related to the witch that took Isabella.
I think so too, Professor. How else could this kind of accident have occurred? If we investigate more closely, perhaps we'll find some clues.
No, Luke. First we should head back to see the inspector.
Really? But all he seems to say is how unusual it seems. Seems kind of useless in all honesty.
Well, yes. However, there is one more subject which I'd like to ask him.
Oh? What's that?
Not what, my boy, but rather who. Who was in the car when it crashed?
Ah!
I mean, it seems like a given, buddy, but I mean, okay, if you say so. Boo, 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 boo. Inspector! So what do you think? It's no simple accident, is it?
I'll bet this one's even surprised the great Professor Layton, hasn't it?
Without doubt, this is no ordinary accident. May I ask how the driver was? He wasn't seriously hurt. He's a real jammy dodger, that one. In fact, we're about to take him into custody for questioning. Strictly private, I'm afraid. Inspector Chelmy, there's something I would like to know. What's that, then? The driver's name. Was it by chance Carmine Accidenti? Eh? How the devil? Where'd you get that information? Oh, well, you could just say a little bird told me.
Professor, technically the bird didn't tell you. The bird beat the shit out of your room and kidnapped a girl.
Shh, Luke, I'm trying to sound cool here. He's something of an unlucky yet lucky type, always getting himself into trouble only to miraculously escape unharmed. An acquaintance of yours, is he? He attended my lectures a few years back, an outstanding student. Is that so? Well, perhaps you should have lectured him on how to stay out of trouble. We've had our eye on him for some time. He's a bit of a maverick, that detective. Don't eat the cat, what? Hey, Nuz. Always sniffing out dangerous situations and poking his nose in the trouble. Unlucky isn't the half of it. I'll tell you, I wasn't surprised to find him involved in this ruckus.
Professor, that means This must be the incident in which Carmine was attacked.
Yes, it would seem so. What's this? Know something I don't, do ya? No, nothing at all, Inspector. I was hoping you might have just come up with something I could use. Never mind then. Now I've got the detective, I may be able to wring something from him.
I'd really like to know how such an accident occurred.
Inspector, just one other question. Is there any evidence to suggest Carmine was not alone in that car? Was that someone else in the car? No, there's nothing to suggest that. Is that so? Well, was there anything unusual about the accident that you haven't mentioned? Anything else unusual? No, not as far as I'm aware.
Wait a minute, we did see those strange people in Halloween costumes.
Oi, Barton! Like I said before, I'll do the talking.
Oh, yes, Inspector. Sorry, Inspector.
Those people in Halloween costumes. Can you tell me anything about them? You're certainly persistent, Layton. Be honest with you, I don't think they had anything to do with it. Saw a group of them loitering around the Tower Bridge. I started to question them, but when I took my eyes off them for a second, they just disappeared. I wonder what in blazes they were up to, wandering around dressed like that. When precisely was this? Just a moment ago, about the same time we went to the park.
Halloween costumes? Professor, could it be?
I see what you mean. Seems we may have a lead.
Thank you for your help, Inspector.
Now hold on, just what's all this about?
Well, we seem to have come to the right place, all right.
Yes, it would appear the witches attacked Espella and Carmine in the park. Before coming after Espella and abducting her from my office. Following that, they must have made their way to the Tower Bridge.
May still catch up with them if we hurry. Let's go!
Alright, to the bridge. Okay, no, yeah, he definitely fucking looks like Sholmes. I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. The professor's former student, Carmine Accidenti, who gave Espella a letter for the professor, was involved in a car crash while they were being pursued by witches. What was he investigating in Labyrinthia? The news of Carmine's accident came as a shock, but at least he survived. I would like to have discussed things with him. Alright, let's move. Take a sip. Hydrate, bitches.
There's no one here.
This is puzzling. I'd normally expect to see more people here at this time.
It must be the bad weather. I guess no one wants to go out in this.
That could be it, although I'm also sensing something of a peculiar presence in the air.
Eh? Professor, don't talk like that. Whoa! That made me jump.
Luke, over there! Oh, I forgot about this model. Me and the boys at 3 a.m., huh?
Yikes! What was that? I bet it was one of them. Professor, let's follow it.
Just a moment, Luke. There's something we should review before we go running off. Press the arrow keys to move further into an area. Or you can just press enter in movement mode. I'm not your boss.
That's the yellow arrow investigation mode or enter in movement mode.
That's it, my boy. Try not to forget. Alrighty, alrighty. But before we do that, really? No hint coin in the moon? That seems like a gimme. But I guess maybe that's precisely why it wasn't there, because it would be a gimme. And there's one more around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I'm not gonna go for every coin, of course, I never do, but, you know. It's good to get some early, because later on, the game gets fucking crazy, as most Layton / Ace Attorney games do.
What the? That thing just disappeared? Into thin air?
Well, I certainly don't feel that same presence I did just a moment ago.
Hey, Professor, what's that? Wait, isn't that... Professor, it's Ispella's cloak!
Yes, it certainly looks like the clothes she was wearing.
Isbella, where could she have gone?
Luke, take a look at that. On the wall there, just next to the cloak.
Eh? Hey, there's some kind of mysterious pattern engraved there.
Indeed, I believe this may demand closer investigation. Whoop, boop, boop. Ayo, what the fuck? I just got done with a game involving eyeballs. I don't need any more of them. At least not for another month.
What do you think this pattern is all about?
Well, I can't say it's a pattern I've ever seen before. I wonder what a mark like this could be doing here.
Wait a sec, that figure disappeared right around here, didn't it?
That's right. Not to mention Ispella's cloak is lying right here in front of this wall. Without doubt, there must be some kind of clue here as to Ispella's whereabouts.
Let's check it out. Wait, can you hear something? Professor!
I didn't read what it said. Oops. That's on me for not giving it my full 180 attention. The sun's shifting as this large number of bricks from this wall. Drag the blocks along the wall and arrange them so that the design on the wall is properly displayed. Sudden shifting, you gotta touch the thing, slide the thing, insert the thing, bada bing, bada bing. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this one kind of fucking sucks to control. No, that's not what I meant. I meant to shift it over a little more. Oh yeah, also you gotta like shift the blocks around because they kind of just... Oop. They have collision with each other, and it's just a hassle. This puzzle's a hassle. Whoop. Alright, and this one, I believe, yeah, goes in the bottom. Whoop. Hey. This one goes over here, right? Come on. Come on. Yeah. Can I not just use the... Oh, I can! I can use the... Wow, that makes this a lot easier. Okay. Thank God. I was gonna say, this is the slowest puzzle of all time if you can't. I will hydrate as soon as I solve this funny puzzle. Come on, come on. Come on, come on! And finally, this baby right here. Now let me hydrate.
Let's see if I've proven myself. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Okay, I'm fine. A powerful tremor begins to resonate from the wall. This is just a Perry choking stream, honestly. I am just choking way too much tonight.
Look, Professor!
Or coughing.
The wall.
Choking would imply I can't breathe or talk, which I am clearly doing. But I keep coughing, getting, like, stuck on things.
Huh. What's this now?
Ouch, ouch, ouch!
I know what y'all are thinking. And yes, I also can't wait for Professor
Are you
Layton to
all right,
mansplain his
Luke?
way out of this one.
Yes.
Huh? Huh? What is this place?
What's a place like this doing behind the wall?
It appears to have been here for some time.
I wonder who could have made this place and why. It's so dark, I can barely see. Isbella! Professor, we've got to search for Isbella.
Indeed, she could be here somewhere. Although,
So, could that witch?
precisely.
You see,
we
Luke,
should
we're
proceed
actually
with
in
caution.
Minecraft. God damn it.
Okay.
At least it's not Shovel Forge. Hey! Whose feet are those? Get up! No freeloaders!
Professor, over there!
What's this?
Quickly, let's get her on her feet.
Yo, look at those rats. Those are good rats. Spella's hands have been tightly tied behind her back. Quickly, untie her. Which rope, A or B, will not result in a knot when pulled from both ends of the rope. When both ends of the rope are pulled at the same time. Select the letter. It's a 50-50 shot, basically. You don't even have to do that much thinking. It's a 50-50 shot. So if I just click 1, there's a 1 in 2 chance I'll get it right.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Ha, bitch!
You should expect no less.
Fuck
from a
critical
gentleman.
thinking, you know? Just what exactly occurred here? Spella, are you alright?
Mr. Layton, it's really you. Mr. Layton, you really did come and rescue me.
Of course, as I've said, it's the duty of every gentleman to help a lady in trouble.
Thank you, Mr. Layton. It's my duty too, as an apprentice gentleman. Oh, Professor, I think they're coming back.
I don't sense any immediate danger. Just be sure to stay on your guard, Luke.
Right, now let's hurry up and leave this place. There's no escaping them. Eh? Carmine tried many times to lead me away from the witches, but as you have seen, we were unable to escape them for long. Uh-oh, what should we do, Professor?
Oh shit, there he is. Hey there. Demons, it's me, your boy.
Oh
Your boy, non-binary.
That figure from before.
Professor, I can hear something. It's coming from the end of the corridor.
no! Just as I thought. Mr. Layton, if we stay here, they'll find us.
This is bad, Professor. They're getting closer and closer.
Please, at least, save yourselves.
Professor, are you gonna do anything? You're just gonna stand there saying,
Don't worry, there may be a way out of this. I have an idea. Please, leave this to me.
All right.
There's not much time, so listen carefully.
Just a fucking
Professor, they're nearly here. There are lots of them.
Okay, we should be all set. Let's get going, Luke. Oh, Christ. Implying Layton can't use like some sort of badass escape method to just jump past the bridge.
Over the girl.
Why do they got the Infinity Gauntlet though?
Mr. Layton.
Well, I mean, I guess they did, but only for Espella. I guess Layton did do a thing, but only for Espella. Well,
So you enjoy playing silly little tricks?
Well, it seems you underestimated us.
You didn't think we'd just give ourselves up, did you?
So tell me, just who are you, witches? And why are you so determined to capture Espella?
Fools.
Von Karma?
It's yourselves you should be more concerned about. Do you have any idea of what it means to involve yourself with that girl? It
means we're gonna be
would
transported to Fire Emblem, right?
What do you mean?
The pair of you have unknowingly walked right into the middle of the story.
The middle of the story?
You'll soon see what I mean, with your very own eyes.
Oh, that's not foreboding.
Professor! She just disappeared!
I wonder what she could have meant by that.
I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about all of this. Do you think she's just trying to scare us because she lost?
At any rate, we should try to reach Espella. I know where that ship was heading. Let's head to the port and meet Espella when she arrives.
Right, and then we can give her back this book. Huh? Professor! The book! It's...
Oh, on God? Whoa!
Isn't this us, Professor?
Surely not.
Little did they know, that book was no ordinary book, but one of the books from Ukulele. Whew, that was a bit longer of a premonition than I remembered. And we're still technically not even done with the prologue stuff, because we got a certain spiky boy to see. Boop, boop. Oh, what's going on here?
Who's there? Is somebody there? Oh, it's probably nothing, but...
Why does the music for this game go so hard, though? I actually, no, I have the answer for that. I have the answer for that, because one of the composers also works for Great Ace Attorney.
Oh!
Speaking of which, Great Ace Attorney, still the best visual novel I've ever played. Both of them. I consider them sort of one unit because, you know, the game sort of considers them one unit, but you know. Good games, those ones, I suppose. Anyway. Ugh. I'm feeling queasy.
Come on, Nick. It's just like I said.
Oh. Maya. What do you mean?
You're such a worrywart. I knew you'd get all jittery before the trial.
It's not like that. It's just... I didn't expect to have to stand in a foreign court.
Oh, come on. It's only British.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, we don't know much about the court system here.
The Legal League of Attorneys would like this to be an exemplary case.
So that'd make you an exemplary attorney.
An ace one even... Shut up.
I hope you don't infect any British lawyers with your nervous attitude.
Making it sound like I'm a virus or something. I mean, I was wearing a mask earlier. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense attorney. I can tell. No, Ollie, wait, no, you're one of the good ones. And this is Maya Fey, my, assistant of sorts.
Of sorts?
I guess I should explain why she's dressed up like that, but it's a long story and we don't have the time. Which is a shorthand way of saying there is no spirit channeling in this game. We've come to England on the Legal League of Attorneys exchange. I'm acting as a representative of the American Legal League.
You know, they probably sent you because you don't ever seem to be busy.
We weren't supposed to stand in court, so we thought it'd be like a vacation. But here we are. God damn it, every fucking time. As usual, we've been dragged into a strange case.
Hey, Nick. So, what do you suppose this trial's all about? What the hell is this? Look, check out today's newspaper. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Wouldn't that be cool?
Ugh, Maya, don't get your hopes up. We're here on exchange. It should be a simple textbook trial.
Really?
London's a big city. What are the odds of us getting a case like that?
Well, that's boring.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Oh?
How do you do? I am Miss Darklaw, teacher at the Alcott School for Young Women. Espella, this man is your defense lawyer.
Huh? Sus, 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 sus.
Pleased to meet you.
Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Pleased to meet you. I'm Phoenix Wright, your attorney. Pleased to meet you. What's with this girl? Can't she hear me? Is this girl the defendant in today's case?
That is correct. She's the pupil I'd like you to represent. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do.
Pleading guilty?
I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution.
What? What kind of request is that?
Espella, what are you accused of? Have you not received the case materials?
No, we haven't, and we weren't told anything.
My, forgive me for this oversight. Here, this is the case file.
Attorney! Defendant! The court hearing will begin now. Please proceed to the courtroom.
Well then, I entrust this fella to you.
That's... Wait, what? No way! I didn't even have time to look through the case file.
Espella, please be a good girl and don't cause any trouble.
Did she just mumble something?
I'm not a witch.
Espella? What'd you just say? Chop, chop, defense! Let's not keep everyone waiting! And so, another trial begins. And as always, I've got no idea what's going to happen.
All right. Let's do it, Nick.
I'm just gonna say it, I don't hate this voice for Maya, but it doesn't feel like Maya to me. Anyway, let's get to that case. Big court.
The
yes.
court is now in session for the trial of Espella Cantabella.
Yes, this judge. And if I'm remembering correctly, this prosecutor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Look at this fucking nerd. This dork.
How about the defense? Are you ready?
Yes. Well, I guess you could call it ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's not a bad voice. It's just not what I would imagine for.
I hear it's your first appearance in a British court.
Well, yes, that's right.
The Legal League of Attorneys Exchange, was it?
Is there a... Hold on.
Sounds like fun.
Hold on. Is there an option for, like, sound? Yes!
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Thank you, Luke. That's more like it.
Hope you're enjoying the sights. You can take it easy today. Don't worry, Prosecutor Flinch will take care of everything.
British Pain be like... Flinch.
He's treating us like amateurs, Nick.
Oh boy, this looks bad. Can I really defend this girl?
I'm glad Greatest Attorney doesn't have voices because we wouldn't have much to do. There's only select cutscenes that have voices in Greatest Attorney 1 and 2, yeah. This game sort of takes the half and half approach, a la Dangan Bangan. Except, you know, not the entire trial is voiced in this game.
Ah, I see. Well, since this is your first case here, I will ask you a few simple questions to make sure we're all on the same page.
Oh, yes. That's fine by me. Dang, time to sink or swim.
Answer my questions then, Mr. Wright. What is the name of the defendant?
Spella. That would be Spella Cantabella, Your Honor.
That is correct.
Whew, that's the first hurdle. I see you're terribly proud of yourself for answering that basic question.
Ugh. Let's move on to the next question. What is the nature of the offense?
What crime is Spella accused of? You know, Spella seems like such a timid girl. Yeah, it's a lot, yeah, the way the game looks is a lot different from the other 3D Ace Attorney games. Yeah, the other 3D Ace Attorney games. I think they finally got the style down in the Great Ace Attorney 1. And then from there on, they just, like, you know, had kept it looking good, but you know. It's interesting to see how they experimented with it as they, you know, made the transition. Think it's something minor, like shoplifting? Maybe. I wouldn't call it minor, though. Can't be anything major, like that large-scale jewel theft.
Please answer the question. Can you name the 2 offenses?
Did he just say 2? Nick, think! What other petty offense could it be? Larceny? Wait, no, I don't know if that's petty or not. Oh no, I'm clueless about this case. We weren't told anything about it at all. My, could it be that our esteemed visitor left his common sense back home? All the evidence is in the court record. You haven't forgotten that, have you? Ah, that's it. The court record. Right! That's what you always refer to, the court record. Touch the court record icon if you hit at any time. Yo, theft and assault. Inflicted light injuries. Laceration to the back of the head, hit with a long, blunt object. Wait, the profiles though. I need to read the profiles. I always read the profiles. Defendant. Student at Alco School pleads guilty. Dark Law. My client and Spella's teacher at Alco School for Young Women. There's no ages for the characters. What the fuck? Yeah, I just slipped my mind. Must be a nerves. Okay, let's check it now. Touch court record.
Hey Maya, about that.
The court record holds all the evidence from this case. I better take a look.
Right, defense. You've had enough time to ponder my question. What is Miss Cantabella accused of?
Theft and assault. Well, according to the case outline, it was theft and assault. Indeed, what disgusting crimes.
Is that correct, defendant?
Yes. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me, since Ollie's talking about it, let me see if this command works now, or... I guess it does not. Or maybe it was shout out. Maybe I typed out the whole shout out. Hold on. There we go! It works! Me and Ollie play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles every Friday that we can. So, you know, for those of you who are new here and haven't followed Ollie, you know, he's a fun guy. He also does a lot of other games besides Great Ace Attorney. As you can see, he did Dungeons & Dragons today. He tends to do that on Mondays. So, you know, yeah, check him out.
No kidding. She doesn't look like a violent girl. At least not to me.
Now that that's settled, Prosecutor Flinch, please briefly outline the case for the court.
Yes, Your Honor. The incident took place at a small freighter, moored at a harbor on the River Thames. The freighter was carrying goods away from London. The defendant illegally boarded the ship and tried to steal some of its cargo. But she was discovered by a crew member and captured by a ship's security guard. So she was caught red-handed.
And she violently resisted when found by the crew member.
Violently resisted? Indeed, she picked up a steel pipe and hit the crew member on the head.
Sounds pretty vicious.
So that's the assault she's accused of.
And what did the defendant attempt to steal from the freighter?
A stuffed toy, Your Honor. It's the Metropolitan Police mascot, PC Badger. Oh, Nick, I want one.
I see that mascot made a career for itself in England. Who would have thought?
I think we all have a clear picture of the incident now. The prosecution may begin.
The prosecution called its first witness. Please bring him in.
There's something fishy about this trial. I love funny foreshadowing. There's something even fishier about my client. There's an ounce of expression on her face. I better keep my eyes wide open. Oh, look at this cool dude. What a lad.
Witness, state your name and profession.
A ship is always at risk at every hour, minute, and second. That's where I come in. I am a peacekeeper, the one and only guardian to an otherwise defenseless ship.
Whoosh!
The name Smiles. Johnny Smiles, security guard supreme.
Yo, why? He kind of got the hair of that Yakuza guy from Somnium Files.
Can't help it, got it on the brain.
Yes. According to the police report, the witness was patrolling the freighter on the night of the crime.
Yeah, I was patrolling the freighter, and my expertly trained eyes leave nothing unseen. I'll go blind if he keeps smiling like that.
Very well, Mr. Smiles. We'd like to hear your testimony. Describe what happened during your night patrol.
Yes, sir. Johnny Smiles will reveal all.
He would absolutely be voiced by...
Chris Pratt isn't British, though. Then again, I don't think the guy voicing him right now is British. Not a very convincing accent. That night, I went on patrol as usual, ZZZO. My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noises coming from the cargo hold. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow. Next moment, I captured the criminal expertly. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene.
And so, the woman you arrested was...
It was the defendant, Espella Cantabella, sir.
And as per standard patrolling procedure, all lights were on and you saw her clearly. Is that correct, Mr. Smiles?
Yes, sir. I am an expert after all. Huh? Is this me or did he hesitate before saying that?
Defense may cross-examine the witness.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to talk like that guy.
Let us see how skilled our visiting barrister is. Barrister? Barrister? How do you say that word?
Yes. By the way, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Our cross-examination procedure should be the same as anywhere else. But just in case, would you like to have it explained to you?
Cross-examination procedure. Should I ask for an explanation? Nah! No thank you. I'm fine. That's not my catchphrase, but whatever. I press the witness on all suspicious statements, and when there's a contradiction, I present evidence just like I always do.
Okay, let's do it, Nick.
Defense may now cross-examine the witness.
That night, I went on patrol as usual. ZZZO.
Hold it!
Oh yeah, that's a weak hold it. Oh god, I forgot, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's no secret the voice direction in this game is a little choppy. What's ZZZO? Ah, that's right. It's not something you'd know, not being a security professional. That's our special jargon. That's how we talk about the time in our trade. Let me get this straight, Mr. Professional. You're using letters to tell the time? Phoenix, we literally use AM and PM to differentiate between the day and the night. See, ZZZO stands for 2220, which is 10:20 p.m. Right. So 10:20 p.m. It's very accurate. How can you be so sure about the time? Also, why the fuck are 1 and 2 represented by the same letters? Well, that's when the TV show I always watch in security room ends. TV show? Meant to do the rounds at 10 p.m., but for a pro like me, it's just a guideline. That doesn't sound very professional. Anyway, I was patrolling the ship like I do every night.
Your Honor, may I?
What is it, Prosecutor Flinch?
I would like to get the event straight while referring to this crime scene photo.
Look at all the little scrungos.
The defendant and the crew member were fighting back in the back of the cargo hold. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. They were fighting right under that emergency light.
Some items are spilling out of the broken crate.
Indeed, that crate was broken by the defendant with a steel pipe.
Is my Flinch voice just a less raspy Charlie's grandma?
Incidentally, the items we can see spilling out are stuffed toys depicting London's own police mascot, PC Badger.
I see. The crime scene photo shall be added to the court record.
Boop boop.
The witness may continue his testimony.
My keen ears latched on some suspicious noises coming from the cargo. Sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow. Next moment, I captured the criminal expertly. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. Bro, there are fucking plush toys all over the floor. Come on. Come on!
Objection!
Okay, the objection's alright, though. Not as good as the original, but you know. What is? You're saying that there was nothing out of order in the cargo hold. Well, that's a bit funny. Huh? The point is, one of the crates in the cargo hold appears to have been tampered with.
Objection!
Of course, the Pain/Flinch voice actors never miss a day on their objections.
Ah, that. The defendant must have smashed it with the pipe. Nothing odd about it.
Please take a look at the crime scene photo. There's this broken crate where the fight took place, but also there's another crate here that seems kind of strange. Don't you think? This crate, sitting quite a distance away from where the fight took place, appears to have been forced open. Isn't this the sort of thing a security guard should immediately notice? You testify that you established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. So how come you didn't notice something so obvious? Ah! Order! Order! I have not voiced a normal sounding order in half a year. I feel so cleansed right now.
That's certainly a serious oversight. Particularly for someone claiming to be an expert.
Objection!
Whether the witness is an expert or not, there's no relevance to this case. What matters is how you saw the defendant hit the victim with a steel pipe.
Hold it!
What you just said, I'm afraid I can't let that slide.
Excuse me?
I'm an expert guard, focused, thorough, precise. A true professional. To prove it, I will testify once more. You're all dying to know why I ignored that one crate, huh? What?
Very well. The witness shall continue his testimony.
What excuse do you think he'll come up with, Nick?
Who knows? I got a bad feeling about this, though. What did he actually see? Bung bung. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. But of course I had this. God's best friend is his trusty pocket torch. The emergency light was on mine, so it wasn't so dark that I couldn't see. I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member she attacked. And there was no one else in the room. You have Johnny's word for it.
Wait a moment! The security company claims that the lights were on during the patrol.
Yes, that's the official procedure, you see. Oh, but those light controls can be such a pain in the... Wait, no, that's not it. I mean... The truth is, an expert like me doesn't need those lights to do his work. Not when I've got this. The focus beam of my trusty torch cuts through darkness like a laser.
The witness will refrain from pointing the torch in this direction. Justice may be blind, but I'd rather not be.
That's a good one. Oops, sorry, Your Honor.
This trusty torch shall be added to the court record as evidence.
Security guard smiles. Always uses it on patrols. Covered in chocolate fingerprints.
Ugh! What is that?
What is it, Your Honor?
This pocket torch is covered in something sticky.
Ah, it seems my sweet little buddy's been up to some mischief.
Sweet little buddy? You mean your chocolate?
Johnny left sticky fingerprints all over his flashlight. Ugh, don't look at me, I'm not touching it.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gross. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. Also, you can use a Layton hint coin in the Phoenix Wright sections. That's just a neat little thing. You know, I think that's neat. Of course I had this, a guard's best friend is his trusty pocket torch. The emergency light was on mine, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see. Black girl right in front of the crew member as she attacked. I do wish this game had like an indicator of what statement you're on, like Great Ace Attorney does. To the back of the head, though. How would she hit it in the back of the head with a long, blunt object? She was standing right in front of her. You want to run that one by me, buddy?
Objection!
You're sure the defendant was standing right in front of the crew member? Absolutely. They were facing each other the entire time. Well, that's weird, because that clearly contradicts this evidence.
What do you mean?
According to the victim's medical report, the blow was dealt to the back of the head. Oh my god, wait, I just remembered something that comes up in a little. The back of the head. Do you understand now? If they were facing each other, there's no way the victim could have been hit from behind. Yes, sir!
Witness, can you offer an explanation for this contradiction?
Yes, explain yourself. It's the first I'm hearing of this.
Yes, sir, it's strange, isn't it? I'm totally sure they were fighting face to face. God, just the crunch through the pain is so fucking good. I swear there's melting chocolate bar on it. Doesn't look like he's lying. Man.
Hey, Nick! Look at me!
That's always so fucking... Where'd you get the pipe? Why did she do that? Who fucking knows? This is why I love Maya Fey. What are you doing, Maya?
I was just checking if I could hit the back of your head while you were facing me. Doesn't seem doable, especially for someone as vertically challenged as me.
Why don't you keep your dangerous little experiments inside that head of yours, Maya? I kinda like living, thanks. At least we've learned a couple of important things. First, that this witness is unreliable. And second, the prosecution didn't investigate this case properly. My gut feeling is right. There's much more to this case than meets the eye. Now's my chance. What should I do? Plead not guilty. Your Honor, the defense asserts once more that the defendant, Espella Cantabella, is innocent. What?
This is foolishness! Just who do you think you are, anyway? Waltzing in here with your ridiculous assumptions is balderdash, I say! That's not how it was supposed to be!
What did he just say? Not how it was supposed to be.
In light of this new development, the court's opinion is that the defendant is in no way clear to suspicion. However, the witness's testimony is proven unreliable.
That's more like it. Looks like I'm starting to win over the judge.
Objection! Don't forget that the defendant admits all charges. Surely her guilt is beyond doubt.
Objection! The defendant is just a schoolgirl. You can't go on her confession alone. So far, we've only established one thing. And Mr. Smiles is neither an expert nor even a reliable witness.
Hold it!
In my long 6-month career as a security guard, never have my professionalism and expertise been questioned.
Isn't 6 months barely past the probation period?
You're saying Goldilocks there is innocent. In other words, that she didn't assault anyone. That she didn't steal this toy. Isn't that so, Mr. Lawyer? Yeah, at least we have yet to see any proof that she tried to steal it. I got you there. Huh? What? Got me how? I have a decisive piece of evidence. The proof that this girl was trying to kidnap PC Badger. What?
You do?
Even Flinch is shocked. When I seized the girl at the crime scene, she was clasping this in her hand. Didn't even seem to notice.
And what would that be?
It would appear to be PC Badger's tag, Your Honor.
Now that you mention it, the mascot does have some sort of ill-fitting tag attached. What's this engraved on the tag? Is that an address?
Oh, you mean there's an address written on there?
It would appear to be Scotland Yard and their telephone number. Propaganda, if you will. It is Scotland Yard's mascot, after all.
This tag, it's been ripped from one of the PC Badger toys? Yes, sir. The suspect was caught in the act of nicking this very toy. The tag was ripped off during the fight. What? And this tag is... What we have here is the decisive evidence that she was trying to steal the cargo. No way! I wasn't expecting evidence like that.
Objection! Witness, I was never informed of such Evidence? If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it to the police?
Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I'm an expert at what I do. And my expert advice to myself that I'd better keep this as my secret weapon. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. Ugh. Looks like Flinch and I are both in uncharted waters now.
This tag is vital evidence. It will be added to the court record.
Okay. Why that angle's so weird. I mean, it's weird because there's like nothing surrounding him. He's just there in the velvet void in that angle. Just looks whack.
Defense? Mr. Wright, was it?
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch?
Your appearance in this court was a very hastily decided affair.
That's true. That call from the Attorneys Association came out of nowhere.
Perhaps in all the confusion, the request from your clients escaped your attention. When you're not instructed to accept the sentence proposed by the prosecution.
Come to think of it, Miss Darklaw did say something about that before the trial. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to— Wait, shit, fuck! Almost slipped my mind. Give me just 1 minute. This is not a BRB. I am just, okay, I'm setting something up real quick. It doesn't seem to be picking me up. Hold up. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Just a second. And boop, boop. There we go. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution.
That's what you asked to do. You have convinced us all of your skill, so your good name will not suffer. Why not simply admit the defendant is guilty and call it a day,
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Depending on your stance on this matter, the court may now pass the verdict.
My stance? Something I don't need to think twice about. Trial continues. Defense requests that the trial continue.
What?
Defense stands by its assertion. Also, I seem to be peaking a lot more now. Let me turn myself down a bit. There we go. A little better. No, it's still peaking a bit. Whoop. Better. Better. That Isabella Cantabella is not guilty.
Very well, Mr. Wright. If that's your desire, then I too have a request to make. Your Honor?
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch.
The prosecution calls its second witness.
Hey, wait a second, what about me? Come on, guys, don't forget about Johnny. Let me start over from the top. No detail omitted.
I suggest you leave the witness stand and go back to witnessing your crimes on television.
Got him.
Yes, sir!
I believe a break is in order. The court will adjourn for a 50-minute recess. Mr. Flinch, prepare your witness. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense has no objections. Looks like Flinch finally got serious about this case. And that means the real game starts now. We really are the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Boop. And then we're back to the Layton menu sounds. It just sounds weird. Phew. Glad the first part's over. Witness was quite a character.
I bet he'd love to be one in a crime drama. He'd end up making it a comedy, though. I'd hate it if poor Espella was found guilty because of his shaky testimony. But at least now it looks like we might be able to get Espella a not guilty verdict.
Yeah, I hope that cheered Espella up a bit. I forgot about Darklaw.
She's reading my newspaper.
Maybe it's just me, but she doesn't look pleased. Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright. Thank you. But while I understand your drive to win the case... My drive? This is not the time for your personal ambitions. I don't... I told you before, didn't I? But Espella is pleading guilty, and you should accept the proposed punishment. This incident has already been settled between our school and the police.
But, Miss Darklaw, Espella could be innocent.
Believe me, it will be Espella's best interest if you end the trial as soon as possible. The more this trial drags on, the more traumatic it is for the poor girl. I'm sorry. She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really? In any case, Mr. Wright, we don't want our school being shoved into the limelight because of the case. So if you could please refrain from picking at meaningless details such as that toy. Get this trial over with quickly. This is your client's wish, Mr. Wright. I understand. I'll do my best. It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Espella. Yes, Miss Darklaw.
What the heck was that all about? We've been busting our butts in there trying to prove that Espella's innocent. Is he supposed to just give up now?
Why are you yelling at me, Maya? When you think about it, Darklaw's acting very strange.
Her own pupils on trial, and she just stands around reading other people's newspapers.
Yeah? What's she so busy reading about anyway? There's nothing about Espella in that paper. Was she checking the soccer scores or something? Phoenix, they call it football over here. You daft idiot. The break's almost over. We better go back. Fletch looked really confident about this new witness. Espella's defense attorney. Stand by her no matter what. The court will now reconvene. Prosecution, is your witness ready?
Of course, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in.
I forgot about this character. Witness, state your name and occupation.
My name is Olivia Raldente. The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew. A hot Sicilian stew that soothes the hearts of sailors braving the raging waters. Blessed be the Sicilian cuisine and il nostro mare.
Alrighty.
Yes, Miss Al Dente is employed as a cook on the freighter where the crime happened.
A cook? That's a interesting attire you are wearing, Miss Al Dente.
This is my work outfit. It gets very hot in the kitchen, you know.
It will be a pleasant change after that chocoholic guard he got up my nose.
Nice to see the judge remaining impartial.
Miss Al Dente discovered the defendant in the cargo hold when she went for supplies.
She found Espella? That would make her...
crew member that Johnny saw fighting with Espella. That is right, Mr. Wright. Miss Al Dente was the first person to discover the intruder.
Then she's the victim of assault. Hit with a steel pipe. How cruel!
If I'd only had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time, I'd have shown her my,
oh god,
exceptional cutting skills.
The judge reminds me of the shocked CEO from Pikmin. You know I can see it. Yeah.
Nick, look at that, she's an expert potato peeler.
Yeah, but can she take it from the toe to the thigh? Nick, what the fuck are you talking about?
You better watch out around her.
I'll keep that in mind.
Witness, we will now hear your testimony. Describe to us what happened in the cargo hold.
Certamente, gladly. I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. and I found that girl hiding and clutching one of them bizarro toys. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. But then she grabbed a pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung that pipe at me. I tried to dodge, but she hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes.
According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration to your head, correct?
Ah, that. It's covered by the chef hat, so you can't see it now.
May we see it, though?
No. When I chop up veggies, it hurts in the rhythm of the strikes. Chop, chop, chop.
That sounds most terrible, Miss Al Dente.
I should have been more careful, but she looked like a little piccola girl.
Olivia is much taller than Espella. Yeah, Espella's about the same size as you. I may be short, but I'm well proportioned, and that's what matters.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to present
decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt.
This is a photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe. As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They were left by the assailant. They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant.
Shit damn, boys! That settles that. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence.
What? The fingerprints on the weapon are Spella's?
Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there were no other fingerprints.
This photograph shall be added to the evidence.
Have I not warned you, Mr. Wright? Further examination is but a waste of time.
Nick, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to Espella. We're pleading that Espella is not guilty. And if she's innocent, then this witness is lying. All I need to do is expose that lie. I've got to think straight and focus on finding the truth. It'll be easier to think straight since Edgeworth isn't here. I mean, what?
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Bing, bing.
Vroom.
I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m.
And I found the girl hiding and clutching one of those bizarre toys. She made it as if to run away, so I tried to stop her, then she grabbed the pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung at me. I tried to dodge.
Objection!
You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you. Well, that's impossible.
Why do you say that, sweetie?
Defendant's fingerprints were found in the pipe. However, there's a contradiction here.
A
contradiction and impossible!
That is most interesting. Well then, the defense shall explain. What in the photo of the fingerprints contradicts the testimony?
The position. It's the position of the fingerprints, Your Honor.
Oh, the position?
According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this. In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so.
That is precisely what she did.
And she struck from above. But here's the problem. Mizuki! Damn it! We all have Somnium Files brain rot. God. Everybody has been just fucking making the funny references. Think about the fingerprints that she would have left had she done just that.
What are you getting at, Mr. Wright?
Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers.
Indeed, there's no doubt about it.
Now take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe.
Goodness, the thumb, it's below the others.
What?
That's right. Miss Al Dente? What is it? Had the defendant attacked you as you described, the fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means something's not right with your testimony.
Ah!
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Okay, actually, no, it doesn't feel good. It feels weird.
These fingerprints were submitted as decisive evidence. How come this contradiction was not brought to light before?
No!
Miss Al Dente, what do you have to say about this? Excuse me, Miss Al Dente?
How to bring out the full sweetness of a sweet potato.
Huh?
You use a pinch of salt. Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter.
I'm not following.
I remember it now. It was the other way around, not as you'd expected. I'm sorry, I got a bit confused. You normally hold the pipe like that, but she's so small and the pipe is heavy, so you held it the other way.
The other way?
Not like this. She held it this way.
Objection!
But you testify that she fiercely swung the pipe at you.
I'm telling you I got confused. Olivia's sorry, okay?
How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you?
Oh, why don't you go fry an egg?
What does it matter if she held it one way or another? Because if she held it the other way, she literally could not hit, period. Like, I could maybe suspend my disbelief for the other way, but like...
I wouldn't call a slightly salted sweet potato a salty potato. It's still a sweet potato, no matter what you add to it.
The witness probably has a point, doesn't she, Mr. Wright?
Ugh. So the defendant attacked the witness holding the pipe backhanded. Well, it makes sense to me. It seems a bit unnatural, but it does make sense, I suppose.
Indeed it does, Your Honor. There is no problem with this evidence after all.
Does the defense agree?
I agree there are no problems with this evidence. We're one step away from losing the case. There's gotta be a contradiction in that fishy testimony. How could a spell have hit Olivia? Prove there's a contradiction, obviously.
Objection!
Well, Miss Al Dente, I'm afraid that you're in a pickle now.
I don't really see why.
Turning yourself into a pickle. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Nick, shut up! Okay. Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness.
would seem that the defense is prepared to prove its claim. But there is a contradiction in the witness's testimony.
Correct, Your Honor. I won't know until I try.
The defense shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradicting the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is...
the fucking medical report, right?
Take that!
Oh, that's a good take that, though. Miss Al Dente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wounds you received in the assault. It's normal for signorinas to cover up things they don't want others to see. That's not all. You also described the defendant as little, if you recall. That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you. I've grown tall and healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine. Let me ask you then. How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head? I'd say it's impossible. The fingerprints on the weapon show the defendant held it backhanded. But even if she didn't, it's highly unlikely she would be able to hit Miss Al Dente's head like that.
Order! I will have order! What is the defense getting at?
Objection!
Even if it was highly unlikely, it cannot be proven that it was impossible. Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on that pipe, Your Honor. Nothing can change the fact that it was the defendant who held the weapon.
That is so. Did the defense have any comments?
Can't deny that. It's clear that Spilla did hold that pipe. She held it like this, right?
Maya, don't you get any funny ideas?
Why would you do that? It'd be hard to hit anyone like this.
Yeah.
When she holds it like that, it looks as if...
The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection. Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
Objection!
Defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe. However, that doesn't prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection!
Nonsense! What else would she pick up a steel pipe for?
Objection!
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea.
Well then, the defense may elaborate on its idea.
What I say next will turn this trial around. Defendant's fingerprints were left on the weapon when she... Huh, this can't be right. Where's the option to say she used the pipe to redirect a bullet coming for her? And she tried to defend herself. Basically the same thing. Well, naturally, she held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down on her head.
Stopped it?
With both hands? That's right, like this.
Please take another look at this photo.
These are not the fingerprints of an assailant. Rather, the fingerprints of a victim who is defending herself. Which brings us to the conclusion that Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness. She was in fact a victim, desperately trying to defend herself. This cannot be! And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it. The only other person at the crime scene was Olivia Al Dente. It was you, wasn't it? Yeah!
Order! 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 If I cannot have order, this court will be adjourned! Be quiet, all of you!
Oh wait, no, that's not him. Be quiet, all of you! Yes, don't quit, do you?
Can I just say, I think, like, even with the Great Ace Attorney games, this game has like the most the highest quantity of unique animations in the Ace Attorney series, and like, they're just a joy to see.
A lousy lawyer like you should get the chop. How about I show you my knife up close?
Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant. There are no fingerprints other than the defendant's on the weapon.
Objection!
Look at the witness's outfit. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints.
Ah, you prickly sea urchin! But you cannot be sure she was wearing gloves that night!
The witness has called this her work outfit, so she must have been wearing it when she went to check supplies.
You devious lawyer, slippery as an eel. It was me because I had gloves on, as if it was only me wearing gloves.
She's the only one in the courtroom wearing gloves.
There was that guy, the guard. He was wearing gloves too.
The guard? Or was that the previous witness?
Oh, that's right. Gloves are part of the guard's uniform by regulation.
You know, I just realized this is not Charlie's grandma I'm doing. This is the fucking copy pasta.
Horny people have no rights. Horny people are not protected under the Constitution.
See, that guard Johnny, he was wearing gloves that night too.
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Since you're claiming the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make the guard a suspect as well.
Could Johnny be the culprit? No. Johnny Smiles is not the culprit.
Why not? Anyone with gloves could have done it. Didn't you just say that?
No, I didn't.
However, it does seem plausible the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves after all.
I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor. And I have proof.
You do?
Fascinating. Let's see this proof, if you really have it. Please enlighten us as to why Smiles cannot be the culprit. Provide the proof.
Torch.
Take that! What was that?
Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what you may call a free spirit. There is no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his full uniform. And this evidence proves he did not wear gloves.
Wait, don't throw that filthy torch at me!
Will someone please wipe that chocolate off that evidence?
No, Your Honor. This chocolate is the evidence.
What?
Mr. Smiles was snacking on a chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. And covered in his chocolatey fingerprints. Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling the ship that night. Rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit.
What? That's ridiculous! It's too silly!
Objection! Your Honor, the defense has merely pointed out a possibility. To call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous.
The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding the defendant's guilt. And I have demonstrated there is, at the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth.
Objection! At the very least, Isabella Cantabella is not innocent. As corroborated by PC Badger, the toy that she attempted to steal.
What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second?
Prosecutor Flinch, explain to the court about this toy. This new piece of evidence.
This is the stuffed toy the defendant tried to steal that night.
One of its legs would appear to be missing. Oh, the poor thing.
This mishap beheld PC Badger as the witness and defendant were fighting. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest.
So, is this the stuff? So this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Isabella.
I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding this evidence.
Witness, your testimony, please. Excuse me, witness, you have been asked to testify. I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all these accusations. I'm not used to this, to being called a liar. Ah, yes, it's only natural. Don't worry about it, it's all that slimy attorney's fault. Why do I feel like an eel on a chopping board?
The witness will now testify. Tell us how you retrieved this toy from the defendant.
Gladly. Oh, il nostro mare. I wonder what she's saying. I don't get it.
Whatever she said, I'll make sure this is the last time she says it in court.
I wrestled this toy back from that thief and then gave it to the police. When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her first. Its leg got ripped off, though. There's no way I could have attacked her with the pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. I don't remember much about when I was in, but I got the toy back at least.
I see. What a commendable attitude, going to such lengths to protect the cargo.
I may not be a security guard, but I'll do what it takes for the sake of our ship.
It didn't do much good in the end. This PC Badger is way too damaged to be sold.
These lovely little toys are made at a workshop in London. We transport them down the River Thames, distributing them to children as we go.
Didn't she call them Bizarro toys earlier? And now suddenly they're cute?
And what about fingerprints on this toy?
It's a soft toy after all, so no usable fingerprints were found.
Well, that's unfortunate. Regardless, the court accepts it in evidence.
One leg was ripped off during her fight with Olivia.
Wow.
Defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Did I really just set up voice mod for a singular flashback? God. That is such a Perry moment.
I wrestled this toy back from the thief and then gave it to the police. I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her first.
Its leg got ripped off, though. Learning it's pronounced Thames fucked me up. Yeah, no, same. I forget where I learned it. I think it might have been the Layton game with Catriel. But yeah, that fucked me up. I don't remember much about when I was it, but I got the toy back at least. That's it, huh?
Well, Nick?
This one's easy, I know what to do.
You're finally starting to act like your normal self. That jet lag must have hit you like a ton of bricks, huh?
There is a clear contradiction in Olivia's testimony. It's time to present some evidence and expose her lies! You may have ruined my innocence, but I'd rather have my innocence ruined than stay ignorant, I guess. And I gave it to the police. Look at this dude. Now look, take a closer look. Looks like the tag is scuffed. It's gotta be intentional. I'm just saying. Do I present the thing or the thing? Probably the thing. Miss Al Dente, I'd like to confirm just one thing. The stuffed animal you submitted to the police. Is this one?
Yeah, that's the one, no doubt about it.
I'm sorry, but if that's the case, things simply don't add up.
What doesn't add up?
If it's about the leg, it's that girl's fault. It got ripped off because she wouldn't let go.
The problem is not something that's missing from this stuffed animal. On the contrary, it's something that shouldn't be there in the first place. Besides,
something that shouldn't be there. And that is, of course, this item.
That's...
This is the final piece of evidence received from the guard, Mr. Smiles. Yo! Okay, 2.
When I seized that girl at the crime scene, she was clasping this in her hand. Didn't even seem to notice.
And what would that be?
It would appear to be the PC Badger's tag, Your Honor.
Strange, isn't it? Something was definitely ripped off this plushie. But it wasn't its leg. It was the tag. You noticed it too, didn't you, Miss Aldente? If this is the stuffed animal that Miss Cantabella was holding when you found her, then why is the tag still on it?
Yeah!
Order! Order, I will have order! What is the meaning of this?
Hey, you tasteless-looking prosecutor over there.
Yes?
What's this about a tag? You didn't tell me anything about that.
If you'll please calm down.
It's no use blaming the prosecutor. He didn't even know this tag existed.
Objection! Witness, I have not been informed of such evidence. If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it in to the police?
Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I am an expert at what I do. My expert advice to myself is that I'd better keep this as my secret weapon. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. Why does he kind of sound like Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I kind of made him sound like that. And I only noticed because of the horny people have no rights audio. For better or for worse, this tag's existence has only recently come to light. Neither the prosecution nor you, Your Honor, knew about it before this trial.
Gah! Then, why is there a tag on this toy? How come this toy has a tag?
The answer is simple. There is a tag on the stuffed animal because it was swapped. There's only one possibility. Miss Aldente, for handing the plushie into the police, you swapped it for another!
Yeah! Listen to yourself. Why would I even do something like that? Ridiculous. That's right, that tag must be a fake.
A fake? Why would you think that?
A chocolate freak must be trying to frame me, that's what it is.
Objection!
Mr. Smiles has no motive to do something like that.
Objection! No motive? It doesn't require much thinking to come up with one. He wanted attention. Yes, what he said, the guard lied to show it off. That's all there is to it.
Did Johnny produce bogus evidence to draw attention to himself?
Nah.
It's an interesting theory, but it's impossible.
And how do you know? I'll dice you like an onion.
Your Honor, she's threatening the attorney. Is that allowed?
I actually don't, fuck. Mr. Wright, you know I haven't read a legal book in like 15 years. I don't fucking know.
Anyway, was Mr. Smiles lying? There's an easy way to find out.
What? How do you plan to check it?
By checking the fingerprints, of course.
Fingerprints?
According to Mr. Smiles' testimony, when he sees Miss Cantabella, she was holding the tag in her hand. Therefore, her fingerprints should still be on that tag.
Yeah!
Bailiff! Have this evidence investigated immediately!
That was awesome, Nick. We've almost got her now.
Mr. Flinch, I have a question for you.
What is it?
When you searched the crime scene, did you find the toy without a tag?
Well, Mr. Flint, did you?
No, we, considering the circumstances, it did not seem necessary to investigate quite so, thoroughly. But at the very least, I can tell you that all the toys in the crate had tags on.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
It appears no stuffed animal was found without a tag, which means that it may still be hidden at the crime scene. Your Honor, the defense requests that the ship be searched thoroughly this time. Send the forensics team there immediately.
You're requesting another search?
Objection!
What? Surely you can't be serious. Oh, whether the toy was swapped or not, it doesn't matter in the least. They're all the same. Any of them will do just fine.
That's exactly why it's important. All these plushies are the same. There's no need to swap for another. And yet, why is the witness getting so worked up about it?
That's just...
I had a feeling there was something odd about this case. Oh, we're doing the rotate. Look at him. Stolen stuffed animal. And an assault connected to it. There had to be more to it. There had to be another crime under the surface.
Nick!
This is it. What should I do? Request that search! Your Honor, the defense insists on a search. Should the plushie without a tag be found on the ship? Phoenix in the microwave. There's still a strong possibility that this case will be resolved.
Objection!
Fuck. I skipped a piece of dialogue and there's no backlog in this game. God damn it. That's a big fish.
You can't! No, you can't search it again! You just can't!
Witness!
Miss Al Dente, why did you swap the stuffed animal? And why are you so afraid of having the ship searched? PC Badger holds all the answers.
I say, Mr. Wright, could it be that you already know the reason behind the swap?
Of course. I don't have any definitive proof. But when it comes to pointing out a possibility, I might have something.
Very well then. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence that would explain why Miss Al Dente is against the search?
Well, we've used literally everything in here except for this article about jewel thieves in London. So I have an inkling.
Take that!
There's a certain article in this newspaper. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert.
Oh, that robbery. I have heard about it, yes, of course. A group of thieves robbed a jewelry shop and made away with about 50 pieces of jewelry. Many extremely valuable stones were hidden as well. Scotland Yard's under great pressure to find them.
All packages sent out from London are being scrutinized by the police. And what does this have to do with our case? Nothing.
I beg to differ. The jewel theft took place in London. And that's where our freighter picked up its cargo.
London. It can't be. Witness?
That night, you discovered the defendant in the cargo hold. She was holding one of the plushies. You knew you had to get it back.
You had to get it back at all costs. But why go so far for a mere plushie? There's only one possible reason. You couldn't afford to have the police discover what was inside of it! Bitch! Dead. Is anybody gonna help that fish? We're just gonna leave that there. Okay. We have just received the report from the team investigating the crime scene. This toy was hidden between a storage unit and a pipe. Ah! This toy has been cut open and the contents examined. And this was found inside. A pink diamond worth approximately 100,000 euros? Pounds? Whatever this British currency is, I'm not native here. I'm fake. In fact, this accent is pretty much just a fake as well. I actually sound like this. Pounds, okay.
We've also received a report from the crime lab. The defendant's fingerprints have been found on the tag.
Do you have anything to say, Miss Al Dente?
I lost, didn't I?
So you are
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of the jewel thieves. My role was to get the loot out of London. The police never checked the regular shipments from the workshop. We decided to take advantage of that blind spot.
Indeed, the regular direct delivery service has been overlooked by the police.
Possibly because that workshop produces the very mascots representing the police.
The other crew had nothing to do with it. I used their ship. That's all.
It was you who hid the jewels inside the plushies.
There was one jewel in each toy. I was carrying them away one by one.
The defendant happened to pick up one of those toys.
I had my heart stand still when I saw that girl in the cargo hold. Whenever I was free, I stood guard in front of that room, and yet she got in somehow. So there she was, in the room with the hidden loot. One of the toys in her hand.
So how did the Spella get in there?
I don't know if she was trying to steal the toy or what, but I just had to get it back from her, no matter the cost. And I ended in a different toy. I made it look like it was ripped in the fight. It would have been over for me if the police had found any of the jewels.
Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot.
But, wait. Who was it in the end? Who hit Olivia?
Oh, I almost forgot about that.
At first, I thought it must have been that little girl that hit me. But now I don't know.
You don't know?
No one else was supposed to be in that room. But what if there was someone in the shadows? Some mischievous person hidden in the darkness.
This was a most unusual case.
Judge, you're putting the accent back on? We know your secret.
Yes, I don't give a damn. Cannot be said that all mysteries have been resolved. But it has become clear that Miss Cantabella is innocent. Well then, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
It would seem that I owe you thanks for helping us see the truth.
No need to thank me, Your Honor.
Just doing my job.
Ha! Gotcha, you fucking predictable white boy! Like I always do.
Is that really the smartest thing you could come up with?
And Mr. Flinch.
Yes, Your Honor.
This trial was part of the Legal League of Attorneys exchange program, wasn't it? May this trial serve as a lesson for you too. Is that understood?
you say, Your Honor?
Oh, Christ.
Don't look! Without my glasses, I can't see, and I don't want to be seen. Where are you?
Well then. Court has reached its verdict. I pronounce the defendant, Espella Cantabella, not guilty!
Yeah! We got her. We got her off the hook. Congratulations! You did it, Nick!
Yeah, thanks. I guess I should be happy. But Darklaw's cold gaze is staring daggers through me.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You are better than I thought. Had I known earlier, I would have asked you to prove Espella innocent from the very start.
I'm glad you're happy about the verdict.
Espella, come and thank Mr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Glad I could help.
Hey, Espella. What's that big book you got there?
Oh, please forgive her. She's a bit shy, you see. She's very fond of books. At any rate, now Espella can return to a peaceful life at our boarding school. And it's all thanks to your hard work, Mr. Wright. Now please excuse us. We have some formalities to attend to.
Oh, yes, of course.
Mr. Wright, you were truly outstanding in that courtroom today. Farewell.
Phew. It's finally over.
You know, something's still bothering me about this case. The person who hit Olivia, where did they go?
That's true. We don't know who actually assaulted Olivia. If it wasn't Espella. There must have been another person at the crime scene. Also, this is like one of few Ace Attorney cases that actually don't end in, somebody being guilty of murder. Huh, how about that? Just robbery.
But neither Olivia nor Johnny saw anyone else.
The room was dark, save for the emergency light. I'm sure someone hid in the shadows. Johnny was wearing sunglasses. I'm amazed he saw anything at all. He missed all those clues, so it's not much of a stretch to imagine he missed the perpetrator too. Oh, we head back now.
Okay, let's go check out Tower Bridge while I still have some daylight left.
Oh.
What is it, Maya?
There, on the couch. Isn't that Espella's book? It is the book she was holding. We should return it to her. Hey, Nick. Let's see what kind of stuff Espella likes to read.
Just quit it, Maya.
Labyrinthia, huh?
What?
Huh?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Huh? Maya, look!
Huh? Hey, Nick, look, that's us, isn't it?
To be continued. And well, that's about normal time for a stream, huh? Considering I went 5 hours yesterday. I think it's about fair that I might cut it here. Oh yeah, this is like how they account for picarats in the court cases. Neat. Forgot about that. But anyway, yeah, I think for now I'm gonna call it. I'm so glad this is working. And tomorrow, do I have something on stream tomorrow? Let me check. Do I stream tomorrow, I guess is the better question. Tuesday. Yes, I do. Tomorrow I'm going to start Birth by Sleep, actually. I'm going to do an alternating thing for the rest of the week where I play Birth by Sleep, Layton versus Wright, and sort of just go back and forth between them. So for now, thank you for coming, thank you for staying, thank you for watching the show, and I will see you all next time.